Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here to bring you a wig review in partnership with Wig Studio One. This is Toni Brattin, popular PIXIE, in the color light brown. This is a budget-friendly wig. But you know what? There is nothing budget about this. It is an adorable PIXIE. I'm so excited to show it to you guys. If you have not checked out Wig Studio One, I highly recommend that you go to their website. It's wigstudio1.com. They have wonderful customer service, provide tons of support to all of us wig sisters, and lots of reviews at their YouTube channel as well. So they're a wonderful resource. I highly recommend them. If you want to know more about this wig, stick around. I'll show you everything about her, and we'll talk about the color. Friends, I wish that I could wear PIXIEs like this. I just don't have quite the right bone structure for it. I'm 5'9", I'm a big girl, there's nothing petite about me. This is the most adorable PIXIE I think that I've had on my head. Really, I mean, this style is so classic. I was just recently at an event at my son's school, and I was sitting behind a mom who had this exact haircut. And I was just, the whole time I was looking at her thinking, oh, such a beautiful haircut. I wish I could have hair like that. Well, I can if I want to. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. There is nothing wiggy about this wig at all. It is absolutely adorable. If you like PIXIEs, short PIXIEs, classic cuts, you really should look at this one. And it is under, I believe it's going to be under $100. It's not out yet. I'm filming this right before they release it, but I'm fairly certain. If I'm wrong, please don't come for me, but it is definitely budget friendly. And a wig this length is going to last and last and last. You will 100% get your money out of this one. So this is made with heat-friendly fibers. Now, before you go, oh, I'm out, because I know some of you don't want to wear heat-friendly fibers, hear me out on this. Wigs of this length do so well with heat-friendly fibers. I personally prefer anything short, straight, chin length and above. I actually prefer heat-friendly fibers now, and I used to be as afraid of them as anybody, but I've learned that straight heat-friendly styles are super easy to care for and don't require a lot of special maintenance, and the fibers happen to look and feel, I personally think, the most realistic next to human hair. So if you've never tried a heat-friendly piece, but you can wear a short style like this, please do not let the fact that these are heat-friendly fibers dissuade you from trying it. It really will be okay, and this is going to be fantastic. It's not rubbing up on any clothing. That's really what the problem is with heat-friendly wigs. It's the friction of rubbing up on clothing, on, you know, your shoulders, playing with the hair a whole lot, brushing it, combing it, all the times you touch the fibers, it's putting friction on them, and that can be a challenge for heat-friendly fibers, a little bit more than regular synthetic. But you're not going to have to deal with that with this one. I mean, really. Look at how adorable. Okay, enough about that. Let's get into the specs of this wig. Well, not the specs. I don't normally give you the specs because you can go online and look them up yourself. But what I will tell you is everything, that all my impressions. So what we've got here is, I would say, a low to moderate density. I mean, it's not super, super low density, but with this, I mean, look at how short it is. So it's definitely not a heavy density piece. Now we do have the tiniest bit of permatease. There's like some permatease all up here, all along here. A little bit of crimpy fibers like right at the back, but there's no permatease on the sides, no permatease back here. It's really just right here to give this wig the shape that it has. You would not have a wig that has this shape with a little tiny bit of fullness just on the top without permatease. So for my wig sisters who are kind of permatease adverse and you hear the word permatease and you want to run for the hills, I want you to think about the placement of it and the style that you're going for. And if this is a style you really like, you're not going to find it without permatease. You just won't, because the permatease is needed to give any lift. It's also needed because this is a machine-made cap, which is also known as a basic cap. And you have to hide where the fibers are tied or sewn into the cap with permatease. But one of the things I just love about this one is you can't see it. So when I go down, I want you to look up here kind of where I've got it parted. There's no visible permatease on this. A lot of times when you get a basic cap wig, you might get a little bit of visible permatease where the wig parts. That's not the case with this one. They did such a good job. I am like over the moon impressed with this one. Let's take a look at this cap. I just really think this is such high-end quality for a great price. So you've got just your soft kind of velvety front piece right here. This is all open wefted, which allows for quite a bit of coolness. The more open wefting you have, the more air passes through the wig to your head. So if you run hot a lot, a wig like this might be really good because there's lots of open wefting, not a ton of hair, and all of it's off your neck. You have open extended ear tabs, more cool breeze coming through, and you have an open extended nape. And then we've got Velcro adjusters, which is, for me, that's a high-end cap feature. My preference is Velcro adjusters. I just love it. They did a fantastic job with this wig. I would say it's running average to just slightly bigger than average. I put the adjusters all the way out on purpose. I always do that so that I can sort of assess the fit on me, because I have a 22-inch circumference. That's considered average. So if a cap's a little tight, I say maybe it's running a little smaller than average. If it's a little loose, I say it's running a little bigger than average. This is a little loose. I actually could cinch this in for it to fit me more comfortably. And look at the stretch. The stretch is crazy. This has so much stretch, which makes this cap incredibly comfortable. Because of all that stretch, it's super comfortable. It's going to give a lot. So if you have struggled with maybe wigs giving you headaches, sometimes that can happen if somebody has really sensitive scalp, or if you're new to wigs and you're not used to it. This has a lot of give, so it's really going to be comfortable. But I also think up to, gosh, it's always hard to predict, but for sure 22 and a half circumference is going to fit this fine. Depending on the rest of your measurements, that's key. Over the top of my head, I am pretty petite actually. I'm average circumference, pretty petite over the top of my head. I get a lot of cap here. So this is for sure going to fit a full-on average head measurements across the board, maybe even leaning toward average large. Really, really comfortable cap. Now, one thing I want you to be aware of is the nape. The nape is really short. I actually don't know what the nape is because it's not out yet, but my bio hair is poking out right here. Now, my bio hair is that really tricky length right now. It's too long to really hide and too short to kind of pull up and get it out of the way. So just pay attention to your hairline, and if you've tried short wigs before, I always say less than a 2-inch nape. You really need to know your own measurements and how that fits you. My guess is this is maybe 1 3/4 inches. I think it's a shorter than 2-inch nape. And then it's just got this beautiful tapered cut, all tapered in here. I mean, seriously, it's so tapered and so close to the skin or to the head. There's no way anybody could ever imagine that this is a wig. Never in a million years. It looks so realistic. I'm so impressed. All right, so you can tuck this. I get really good coverage at the sides. It's just, I need to stop raving about it. I just have to keep going on, but I can't tell you guys how cute this is. If you like Pixies, please check it out. All right. Let's talk about color. I do timestamp everything, so if this is on my channel, it'll be all timestamped so you can skip ahead to what you want to know. But I've covered fit, I've covered the permatease, the density, we've looked at the cap. If you wanted to do a full bang, I mean, it pretty much is a full bang. It's just slightly too long for me. That's why I had it swept over to the side. which is normally the case with wigs. I think it's better when they err on the side of long because it's really easy to just trim up just a little bit. So for me, I'd have to trim that a little bit to make it comfortable and not poking me in the eye, but it sweeps to the side pretty well. And actually, because this is a basic cap, you can part this anywhere you want. So if you'd rather side sweep it all the opposite direction I'm doing it, you totally can. Look at how easy that was. Super, super easy. All right, let's talk about this color, light brown. This is a beautiful golden. I don't really think it's super light though. I think colors are tough enough as it is, but when manufacturers take some license with how they label colors, that makes it even harder. In some brands, a light brown would be a lot lighter than this. I would consider this more of a medium golden brown. That's the way it's looking to me. I've seen much lighter browns called light brown. So please kind of take that with a grain of salt. I definitely think this is more of a medium golden brown. It almost pulls a little bit of auburn. It just, in some light, I think it looks like it's more of an auburny brown. So it's kind of golden. There is just a little bit of sort of auburn tones in it. So if you don't like auburn and you don't like red, this one might not be for you. It's kind of hard to say because it's really subtle, but it's very well blended. There's no stark highlighting. It's a really, really beautiful color. And honestly, if you're looking for a color that's bright enough, kind of flattering, but you don't want anybody coming up to you and saying, who colors your hair? Because I know that's a real risk with wigs. It just happened to me the other day. I probably had 4 people come up to me and tell me how great my hair looked because of the color. This would be a great color because it's beautiful. It's polished, but it's not going to draw undue attention. Let's just put it that way. If you like super highlighted colors and you want something really dynamic, this probably isn't the color for you then, because it really isn't dynamic, but it's not boring. It's not mousy. It's not flat. It's just perfect. You guys, look at how easy this is to put on and wear. It's wonderful. Anyway, that's it. That's my review of this beautiful, beautiful PIXIE. Popular PIXIE is what it's called. You can find it at Wig Studio 1. I'm going to go outside right now so that you can see this color outside. And this is how it looked out of the box. I did nothing to this wig at all, but put it on my head. It's perfect out of the box. So it will be very easy for you to know whether this is the wig for you or not if you order it. Please let me know if you have any questions. One more look at that back. So beautiful. Let's get outside. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. All right, everyone, we're outside with Toni Brattin, Popular PIXIE in light brown. Like I said, I don't consider this a light brown. I really think it's more of a medium brown, and it definitely has some sort of auburn tones in it. Let me get into some direct sunlight so you can really see what I'm talking about. Do you see what I mean? Hopefully you can see. I can't really tell because the sun's directly in my eyes, but beautiful, medium brunette, very well blended. It's just gorgeous. Really pretty color, really pretty style. I need to get out of the sun so I can look at you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope that helped you guys. One close up here. All right, thanks for watching.